Thanks for tuning in, and today I want to talk about budget EDC items. But before I do, please like, share, comment, and subscribe to help support my channel. I'd really appreciate it. If you're new here, please consider subscribing. I'm almost at 900 subscribers, so if you can hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, it would help me out a lot. So, I was in Ace Hardware the other day and saw that they had the Leatherman Wave Plus, for $120 in stock, and I was really tempted to buy it. But $120 is a lot of money these days, especially for me. I don't know about you, but it is a lot of money for me, and so I didn't purchase it at the time because I already have a multi-tool that I just got a month and a half ago, and I only paid $10 for this. And at the time when I did a video review of it, it was just like kind of first impressions video. I talked about how for $10, you're getting an awesome multi-tool with tools on the outside that all lock in place with a pretty sharp blade and scissors that outperform the price. So I really like this blade. As you can see, I've used it a lot to build fires, cut up things around the house when I need it. And also the scissors on this thing are amazing. They're a really large pair of scissors, and they got through like zip ties and things like that with no problem. I've used every single tool on this thing, and as I mentioned, they lock into place. Now, also in that video, I mentioned how, maybe for $10 after I use it for a couple weeks or a month or whatever, maybe it'll just fall apart. So, that's something that I wanted to test out and kind of get back to you on. And that's exactly what I've noticed, is that things have kind of started to kind of show why this is $10. Number one, I tried to use the wire cutters the other day, and it couldn't really cut through anything. So I don't know if I just got a really bad pair of pliers or wire cutters, or if they just need to be sharpened. But, the fact that it couldn't really cut the wire, actually it kind of, I had to pry the pliers apart because it kind of got stuck in there and the pliers were clamped down like this. So I had to pry them apart in order to get the wire out. So that's how bad the wire cutters are on these. It's unfortunate because I've seen other people with this same exact multi-tool and where they're cutting like thick wire hangers. So maybe I just got a bad pair of wire cutters on this, who knows? The other thing I noticed was that when I was at my mom's house doing some pruning of some thicker branches on some bushes, I was using the saw. Let me see if I can find it. Here's the saw that I was using. And I was out there for a good hour or so, cutting down branches, pruning back some of the thicker ones. And as I was sawing, I noticed that these kept popping open like this. So you can see they're very loose. And so that slowed me down as I was sawing. And sometimes these would come flying out like that. And I noticed that actually this whole side is loose. So if I just kind of like that, you can see this comes flying open. I can actually, even if I use a little bit more force, these can come flying out almost to the open position. So that's not so great, especially if you're carrying it in your pocket or something like that, to have tools that are potentially kind of flying out like that. So obviously there's something wrong with, I guess you can say, the detent. I thought maybe if I just tightened the pivot screw, it would solve the issue, but it has not. So that is kind of a bummer that these tools come flying out. This side, there's no problem with that at all. These are all locked into place when they are closed or folded down. So, obviously I tried to go and see if there's any type of warranty on this. Obviously Amazon has a 30-day money-back warranty or refund that is associated with it when you buy stuff from Amazon, but I'm past that period and I didn't really see any warranty information on there from the company. But even if they did offer a warranty, I don't even know for $10 is worth sending it back, seeing what they say, and maybe replacing it or getting it fixed. For now, I think I'm just going to keep this and just in my car or my toolbox or even in the kitchen drawer as a backup multi-tool, because the scissors and the knife and the tools on this side work well. Even the drivers, they do work. But when I was using the slotted driver the other day, the Phillips head came flying out. So it's kind of a nuisance. And also for safety reasons, if you carry this in your pocket, that could be an issue. Now, on the other hand, I do have the Victorinox Tinker. And I've had this for almost a year, and I've had no issues with this other than the fact that I've lost the toothpick. The blades obviously are dull, which need to be sharpened, and the fact that it doesn't have like a file or a saw or even a driver that's inline. This is perpendicular to the tool. It is kind of awkward to use. So that's why I wanted a multi-tool like this. And that opens up the broader discussion of whether or not budget EDC items are, are worth it, I guess you could say. And for me, yes, I think you just have to kind of do your research. There are budget items that are worth it, but also you have to kind of keep in the back of your head, if it's a really, really cheap item like this, even though it might look good on the outset, you do have to realize that maybe as you're using it, or depending how you use it, that it might start falling apart. And you also want to look at the warranty and things like that. So these are some of the things to consider when you're looking at budget EDC items. And I have gotten better at, considering these factors or considering these things before I make a purchase. But there's always that risk with budget items versus going with a more reputable company or a brand that stand by their products, like a Leatherman, that have that great 25-year warranty, or Victorinox. You know that you're going to get a product that's very reliable and dependable when you need it. So I'd love to hear your thoughts and comments below. And like I said, if you're new here, please, if you could hit that subscribe button, get me to 900 subscribers, and then I'm trying to get to 1,000 subscribers by the end of the year. I'd really appreciate it. And as always, until the next video, God bless.